So once again, as we begin each class, we'll just start with our meditation. And this one, we'll only do it for about 5-6 minutes. So let's just all start again by getting comfortable. Just finding that spot that works for you. So either your hands gently upon your lap, hands interlaced, between your lap, feet up, feet down. Good. Now just close your eyes, nice and gently. Take that first deep, meaningful breath. This is the first real breath of the day. As you bring that breath into your body, you can feel everything just begin to slow down. Just relax. Your breathing will come second nature. Nice, smooth. Good. Allow yourself to become even more relaxed. For this meditation, we'll work around the theme of focus. Meditation in itself is the concept of focus. What you focus on is up to you, which is why a practice like this can be applied to everyday life. Where are you putting your focus on? What are you meditating on? So just take another deep breath. Begin to use the singing bowl. And as I do, allow yourself to listen to it. And if you choose to, use it as a point of focus. So if you notice that your mind begins to wander, as it so commonly does, bring it back to the awareness, to the focus of the singing bowl, of the vibration that you are not only hearing, but you are also feeling. Continue to spend the next couple minutes in silence, and at any point that you notice your mind begin to wander, bring it back to the awareness of the singing bowl. Allow your awareness to return to your breath. Allow yourself to remember what you just experienced. A couple more deep breaths. Let's really take it all in. And when you're ready, slowly begin to move your toes and your fingers. Bring yourself back to the room around you. So again, going back to the idea that meditation is focus. That's what it is, which is why people will get into this idea of saying that you can meditate all day long. Meditation is an act of mindfulness. So a lot of times we go throughout our day and we're not really there, so to speak. So in order to help with the whole process, what we want to do is we want to bring mindfulness into right now when we're practicing, and then bring mindfulness when we leave this room. Because this meditation practice is exactly just that. It's practice for what we do once we leave this room. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so with that said, let's just begin to move our arms and our legs. Body should feel nice and comfortable right now. Getting itself ready for the movement side of the yoga class. So let's just begin just by straightening out our back just a little bit. So again, just remember as if someone's taking a string and pulling it from the top of the head, and just bring that spine into alignment. Good. Now just take our hands out in front of us, stick them out, bring them in, and out. Just really stretching them. In, out. Just gently bring those down. Just roll the shoulders a bit. Forward, rolling backwards. Good. Then we'll just stretch the neck. So we'll tilt our head towards the pool side. So just bringing that ear just a little bit closer and feeling the stretch on the opposite side. Nice and gentle. And bring it back to the middle. And just slowly lowering your chin. Being able to pinpoint that exact moment when you begin to feel the engagement of the muscle. And gently bring it back up. Gently bring it to the other side. Just take a breath here. If your eyes are closed, even just take a breath here. Gently bring it back to the middle. Good. And we'll just stretch our arms, so reaching whatever arm you want across first. Having the hand just behind the elbow, getting a nice stretch there. And again, just straighten out your back just a little bit. Good. And gently relax. And then using the other arm. Again, just take a breath here. Good. Just relax. Good. Just move the shoulders again. So again, throughout this entire class, just remind yourself in any moment, even just make a habit of it, every couple minutes, ask yourself, am I present? Because it happens to us all the time, even right now. I'm giving you instructions, your body's doing its thing, but are you present in the exercise? So, we'll move into our leg stretches, so just moving ourselves a little bit further on a chair, just bringing our knees up and down a bit. Good, good. And then we'll just go, we'll just lift, we'll just do the ankles first. So sticking the legs out in front of us, just point our toes away from us. And if you want, hold on to the chair, straighten out your back a little bit while you're here. And even just now, if you really just sort of like point your toes, even just a little bit more, you'll feel the engagement of the upper thighs. Good. Now just relax your feet. Just bring your legs down for a second, just give it a second to rest. Just move the knees as you need to. Good. All right, we'll bring our feet up, and this time bring our feet towards us. And then again, just engage the legs just a little bit more. So that could mean just lifting them, that could mean even just like tightening the muscle, flexing a little bit. You feel that in the top of the thighs. And then gently release your legs. Good, good. And now we'll just do standard sort of, we'll move into the flutter kick actually from there, since time-wise, just want to make sure we get moving. So with the flutter kick, we'll just bring our feet up and just start slow. Start really slow. 10% slower. You'll notice the slower you do it, it almost becomes harder. Good, now gently relax. All right, and then we'll do it a little bit faster this time, but a little bit longer. So if you come up again, begin to kick at your own pace. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently relax. Good, good. All right, we'll move ourselves forward onto our chair. Just moving our knees apart a little bit. And right here, we'll just start, just straighten up your spine. It's nice and straight. Just close your eyes and we'll just take a breath right here. Bring yourself into the present awareness of the moment. Gently move our chest towards our right leg, towards the door. And then moving the chest forward without arching the back, moving the chin forward. Feel that stretch in the groin and also the back. And gently lean back. Ideally, if you can, keep your chin parallel to the ground. So we'll lean forward this time. So again, just with an inhale. Gently lean forward, exhale. Again, just inhale here. Exhale. Twist to the other side. Again, just really making sure that the back is nice and activated in this posture. Moving forward. Just take a breath. Gently back. Good. Yoga can be such very simple postures. A lot of us, when we think of like muscle training and weight building, we think like heavy sports or big weights and stuff like that. A lot of times there's certain aspects of our body that can only be worked with when we're not using anything such as weights. So a lot of those core muscles, it's a different type of strength, and a lot of it is even have to do with rotation. Instead of like pushing and pulling, you want to be able to like rotate. But that'll be a lesson for another day, or maybe I'll work in some new movements based on that idea actually. Okay, so from there, having done that, let's sit back into our seat. And then just having your arms down by your side. We'll just bring them over our top of our head with an inhale. So nice big inhale. Touch, and then exhale and hold them there. Inhale again. Exhale, bring it down to chest center. Completing your breath as it aligns with your heart. Gently relax. We'll just do that again, making sure that we really hold it up at the top. So inhale up. If you want, close your eyes. Exhale, keep your hands there. Just pull yourself up just a little bit higher. Stay there for one more breath. Exhale, gently release. Good. Just roll our shoulders a little bit. All right. From there, we'll move into the standing posture of the class for everybody who is okay with that. And we'll start off with that posture. So this is one actually we'll be standing in front of our chairs just as a precaution for those who feel the need to. So chair should be behind you. This is one where we're doing that and we're kind of bending our knees and, if need be, taking a seat. So again, we'll just start off standing in front of our chair, feet shoulder width apart. And then again, just to sort of demonstrate, we're just bringing our arms up. And then once they're there, we're just holding them there for a second, focusing on the stillness. And then beginning to engage our legs by putting a bit of a bend in our knees. And then if we want to, going a little bit deeper. And then to complete the set, since I know all of you are familiar with this, we'll come up onto our tippy toes on the ends, just for a little bit, as much as you're comfortable with, rolling back onto the balls of the feet, gently bring the arms down. So we'll do this together now as a class. So feet are shoulder width apart, and just move your shoulders just a little bit. Good, get them ready. All right, and inhale, bring your arms up. And really engage them at this point. Not like flexing, but just aware, strong with them. Now begin to put that bend in your knees. You'll feel it in the top of the thighs. Don't go any deeper than you need to. Just be a slight bend. So focusing on the arms. Gently bring yourself up. And if you want to, bring yourself just a little bit onto your tippy toes, even just for a second. Roll yourself back down. Gently release the arms. Good. Okay, so we'll do that again, if everybody's ready. And yeah, just move your feet a bit. Bringing your knees up. That's the one move that we didn't do. We didn't do the knee compression. Maybe we'll do that later. Maybe worked in later. So, okay, now I'll go into this again. So nice inhale, arms come up. Gently, with the exhale, begin to bend your knees. You don't have to bend far, but you can change the awareness of the movement at any time. Just engage yourself just a little bit more. When you're ready, bring yourself up, right up onto your toes, balls, feet. Gently bring yourself back down, release the arms. Good. And again, move the legs, bring the knees up as high as you want to. Get that stretch in there. Good. All right. From there, we'll go into the mountain pose. So it's quite simple. With this one though, I just want to remind you that when we go up and we bring our arms up, when we're reaching over, we want to be able to reach. We don't just focus on the bend. It's not so much the bend as more as it is the reaching. And then that's where you get the stretch through the opposite side. So we'll bring our arms up with an inhale and just make sure your feet are shoulder width apart. And a nice big inhale, arms come up. We'll lean towards the door side first, but just exhale here. And gently begin to point and reach towards the door side. You'll feel the engagement all throughout the other side of the body. Gently bring it back. And we'll go into the other side. Point to the other side, reach. Crescent moon. Gently bring them back. And gently release. Good. Just roll your shoulders just a little bit. So we'll do one more of that as well. So inhale, arms come up. Really mindful of that breath. Just exhale here. The next inhale, lean over, point over rather, don't lean, point, reach. Just breath here. Bring yourself back up to the middle. Just inhale here. Towards the pool side, reach. Gently bring yourself back. Gently release. Good. Just slowly move your shoulders. Good. Okay, so from there we'll move into standing tree posture. So if everybody wants to move onto with the chair on your right side, so the left side of the chair. Just make sure. Oh no, it wasn't recording. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking, actually. Imagine if it wasn't, though. I've had that happen. So, let's just see. Yeah, that's okay. It's hard to see. Working 2 jobs at once here. All right. Okay, so tree posture. This is one of my favorite postures, to be honest, and I'm sure some of you actually enjoy it as well. It's very rewarding. How often during our day are we actually balancing on one foot? There's no practical reason to really do that. It's only when we come here. But you can always do it at home when we sort of get a chance to do this. So again, everybody is familiar with this posture. So we'll just put our hand on the chair for support. We'll start off by lifting our right ankle, bringing your left ankle, my right. Bringing it up where you need to. If you want to grab it, that's fine. If not, just put it either slightly on the ankle or just on the calf or above the knee and on the thigh, but never on the knee. So that's good. Then from here, just take your fingers and just gently push them on your kneecap, not like just above your kneecap, straightening out the hips. And from here, with an inhale, bring your left arm up. Exhale, align it to chest center. So imagine in tree posture that you are a tree. Imagine the roots from your foot going into the ground, connecting with the strength of the earth. If you feel ready, gently release your other hand. Again, visualize on those roots if you want to. For this posture, it is easier to keep your eyes open. If any of you have tried it with your eyes closed, you'll find it's harder, but it's easiest when you pick a spot in front of you and lock your gaze on it. Bring your awareness into the balance. Good. Gently hold on to the chair if you aren't now. Gently reach down, take your knee, bring it in front of you, extend it, bring it onto the ground. Good. Move on to the other side. Again, holding on to the chair, gently bringing our right foot up this time, placing it wherever works for you. Good. Looks like we got a little bit of rain outside, quite a bit of rain at this point. So. Cool. All right, holding on to the chair, put your hand gently on your top of your thigh. Just at that point, when you push it out to the side, all you're doing, you're focusing on straightening up the hips. And while you're still here, just straighten up the back just a little bit, even just a millimeter. Good. All right. With an inhale, bring our right arm up. Exhale, align with chest center. Straight line running through your body. Align with your chakras. All 7 of them. When you're there, if you want, visualize those roots. Now before you release your hand, pick a spot in front of you and lock your gaze on it. So that can either just be on the floor, just a few meters in front of you. It can be right past me, whatever works for you. And when you're ready, gently release that other hand, using the breath, bring it to palm center. Stay here for a little bit. Just experience the moment. Gently grab onto the chair. Gently bring your hand down. Move the knee out in front of you. Extend it. Gently bring it back down. Lost a bit of ambient light. Okay. Alright, so from there, we'll just move our knees a bit. Good, just keep it all going. Alright, we'll move into the downward dog variation posture. And for this posture, many of you are familiar with it. So quite simply, we want to be using the chair as not necessarily something that we're leaning on. You never want to depend on the strength of the chair. The strength is coming entirely from you. But what we want to do is to be able to use the chair as a support so that we can properly engage ourselves with the exercise. So as all you're familiar with, we'll just reach forward, grab onto the chair, take our feet shoulder width apart. At this point, slowly begin to baby step your way out. You can do the posture at this point. Don't necessarily need to demonstrate since we're all familiar with it. And as you baby step your way back, keep your gaze in front of you, keep your chin up, keep the strength in your legs, begin to put a bit of bend in your knees if you feel that works for you. As you do, stick your buttocks out a bit more, engage your back, engage your shoulders, engage your thighs, full body. Just take a breath here. Slowly begin to move your bum up a little bit if you need to. Begin to walk your feet, baby step, one vertebrae at a time. Bring yourself back up to standing. Nice and slow. Good, good. We always want to be so gentle with the back. So gently just put your hands on your upper, as if you're in your top pockets almost, a little bit higher. And then just lift your chest. Stretching the back just a little bit. Gently relax. And then taking your hands, putting them out in front of you, grabbing onto the wrist of either hand. As you do, just sort of move your shoulder blades forward. Gently relax. Okay, we'll do this one more time. And then from there, we'll get into the warrior posture and we'll really just take our time with it. So, okay, so grabbing onto the chair again. Finding that spot in front of you. Keeping your gaze in that general area. Begin to slowly baby step yourself back out. Make sure your feet are shoulder width apart. If it gets to a point, try bending your knees. Find more support in there. Keep your knees straight if that works for you. Stick your buttocks out just a little bit. Engage your arms. Take a breath here. Slowly begin to baby step yourself back up towards the chair, one vertebrae at a time. Bring yourself back up to standing. Good. All right. Now again, sorry, we'll just do a counter back rotation. Some of you are already doing that on your own, I saw, which is good. So just lifting your chest up, doing the one in front of you as well. Then we'll just move the shoulders a little bit. Just getting ready for the warrior series of the set. So just moving your knees a bit. Good, good. So warrior posture, as I usually say, is the posture that we really work towards the entire class, just because it is so engaging and such a beneficial posture to be able to do each set. Now, it wouldn't make sense for us to try and do warrior as like the first move in the class, merely because this entire class has been preparing our body to be able to do it the best we can. So we'll get ready to do the posture now. And again, just moving your feet as you need to. So we'll start off facing towards the door and sticking your right foot in front of your left. And then just begin to move your left foot back just a little bit more, and making sure that it's on a 45-degree angle. So you want it to be pointing towards the corner in the room to your left. And then from there, we just want to begin to at this point, I just want you to be aware of where your knee is. So without even going into the posture, just begin to move your knee forward and then see, is it in front of your ankle? Is it above your ankle? Because if it's in front of your ankle, we want to move it back. And if you find that you can add a little bit more distance between your front foot and your back foot to get more of an engaging stretch. So just use this time now, just sort of find the distance between your front and back leg that works for you, so that when you engage your front leg in the proper bend of the posture, you're not putting your knee in front of your ankle. So that's just something we want to make sure that we're not doing. Okay, so now just bring your feet back up to standing just for a second. Just move them a little bit, and then we'll go into the proper posture. And as per usual, we'll work through the posture. I mean, you guys are familiar with Warrior 2 and Warrior 3. I just want to make sure that the foot thing is proper within the first set of the posture. So, beginning to step your left foot back, finding that spot that works for you, 45-degree angle. Put your hands on your hips and twist your waist, align your waist with the wall in front of you. So it should be parallel to the door, as much as you're comfortable with. And then from here, begin to lean forward into your front foot. Keeping your back straight, you just want to bend your knee. You don't literally want to lean your chest. And then gently put your hands at your side. And with an inhale, bring your arms up. Lifting your chest, holding your arms up high, and raising your gaze between your hands. Sun salutation. Just imagine you're holding the sun in your arms. Just feeling that engagement of the back leg, front leg, the arms. Gently release the legs, gently release the arms, bring the arms down. And then from here, we want to rotate our back foot. So the first thing, before we even bring our arms up, rotate your left foot so it's facing towards me now. Good. Now if your knees aren't bent yet, we'll do that after we bring our arms up. So we'll bring our arms up and then re-engage your legs. At that point, we want to be able to point our left arm towards the pool and point our right arm towards the door. Really feeling that stretch between the two. Move your gaze towards your right hand, the middle finger of your right hand, opening up your chest. Good. Now rotate your wrists, rotate your hands towards me. Bring your right hand down towards your knee. And as you do, bring your left arm up towards the ceiling and bring your gaze towards your left arm. Just take a breath here. Warrior 3. Now bring your right arm back up again. If you want, just sort of straighten out your knees just for a second if you found yourself a little deep. And then re-engage them as we go back into Warrior 2. Placing your gaze on the middle finger of your right hand. Good. Now gently release your arms. Take your left foot, move your left foot forward a bit. So just ankle it a bit forward to a 45-degree angle. Put your hands on your hips. Rotate your hips towards the front wall, towards the door. Arms gently down the side. With an inhale, bring your arms up. Sun salutation. Take a breath here. Gently release the hands, bring them down to the side of the body. Put your hands on your hips, gently just turn your hips towards the front of the class. As you do, bring your right ankle, twist your right ankle, the heel of it, towards the front of the class. Both feet are facing this way. And just take your hands off your hips, bring your feet together. Just begin to move your legs again. Good. Alright, so we'll do that once more again on the other side. I feel like we have a lot more time today, and we only missed one posture, but that'll just give us bonus time to meditate, so that's a good thing. But you guys have been doing good. I mean, with a workout, a lot of people think that a longer workout is a better workout. But if you're doing a proper workout, you can work out, I mean, if you're trying to, you can work out just for 15 minutes a day, and that will be enough. So just something to keep in mind. You don't need to dedicate 90 minutes to a workout. A workout can be you, if you happen to watch TV in front of your TV, and then just even doing a couple of the simple postures, just the ones that you're familiar with. Like I try to do that almost every day at some point, just even first thing in the morning, you know, in my room, I'll just begin to open up my spine, and then just sort of take that with me through the day. So just keep that in mind, that you don't have to wait every Tuesday to engage your body in this type of practice. But when you do, just make sure that you're listening to your body in the process. So we'll get ready to do the other side now. So taking the left foot and facing it towards the pool, taking the right foot, twisting the ankle so the toes are facing towards the right corner of the room. Good. Taking your hands on your hips, pointing your hips towards the pool. And then again, at this point, just sort of slowly just observe where your knee is. So just look, where's your knee right now? And are your feet going to be fully engaged? If so, just add a little bit more distance between your feet, just comfortably at this point. Good. Okay, now just knees are not engaged at this point. Okay, now let's engage them. So just leaning into them a bit more. All right, now drop the hands to the side. Bring the hands up towards the ceiling. Just keep your gaze between your hands and take a breath here. Gently bring your hands back down towards the side. Put your hands on your hips. Turn your hip towards the front of the class, facing me. And as you do, put your back foot on a 90-degree perpendicular angle. So your toes are now facing me as well. Good. Now if your knees have begun unengaged, that's okay. Bring our arms up, and then we'll lean into our left knee. Again, we don't want to just tilt our body, we just want to be putting the bend in our knees. That's what's going to be moving us horizontally. And at this point, your right arm is pointing towards the door, really reaching for it. Your left arm is really reaching for the pool. Turn your gaze towards the finger of your left hand. Let's take a breath here. Feeling the engagement in the thighs, in the arms, in the chest even. Now rotate your palms towards the front of the class. Slowly begin to bring your left hand down towards your left knee. Gently just resting. It can be on the thigh, if whatever's comfortable for you. And bring that right arm up towards the ceiling. Having the knees in a comfortable position for you. Bring that gaze up towards the ceiling, keeping it there. One more breath here. Now begin to bring that right arm down. Left arm comes up again. The legs have unengaged themselves. Just lean back into the legs again. Just a little bit. Now put your hands on your hips. Slowly move your right foot to a 45 degree. Bring it in just an inch if you need to. Twist your hips towards the pool. Put your hands down your side. Engage the knee. Bring the arms up towards the ceiling, towards the sun. Holding that sun between your hands, sun salutation. If you want to, just close your eyes if you're comfortable with your balance. Gently bring your hands down. Gently bring your hands up onto your hip. Twist your hip towards the front of the class. Bring your knees up. Twist your feet. Slowly shimmy your feet closer together. Begin to move your knees and your thighs. Good. Yeah. Just roll your shoulders too as well. Good. All right. So we'll just do a couple of just seated exercises. We'll actually do the one leg exercise that I accidentally skipped. And we'll also just do a back bend. So if everyone just wants to take a seat, and then from there we'll work into the meditation side of the closing meditation for the class. So again, just sitting here, we'll just do the back bend since we just engaged with our back. So just twisting your chest towards the door side, putting your left hand on your right knee, holding onto the back of the chair with your right hand, and just begin to lift your spine and pulling your head and twisting your chest towards your right leg, towards the door. And gently rotate your chest back. Switch your hands, hand on the other knee, right into the other side. It's cool. And again, just straighten up your spine. Just take a breath here. Gently rotating your chest back. Good. And if you want, just move yourself a little bit further up on your chair, not by much. Just make room so we can bring our knees up. Just get a little bit of a stretch. It'll be a good stretch for the end of the class anyways, actually. So just reaching down and grabbing on to just below your knee, the interlaced fingers. And just keeping your spine straight. Bring that leg up, whatever leg you happen to be holding on to right now. And then just take that inhale. And as you do, just pull it in just a little bit closer. Gently relax, release it down to the ground. Good. Just move your knees if you need to. Now grab onto the ellers, the shin, interlace fingers. Bring our knee towards us, pull it in tighter. Feel that stretch also in the buttocks as well. Just take a breath here. Gently relax, the spine straight. Good. Just move your knees as you need to. Is everybody feeling pretty good right now? I think that was a good one. Yeah. It's an important thing to be able to have some form of consistency, repetition. That's where the body begins to learn and the muscles begin. The muscles have their own memory. So in the same way that we develop neural circuits within our brain, that goes hand in hand with how our muscles are able to remember the exercises that we do week to week and engage more and just bring more vitality into our day-to-day life, which is what we want to do. So you guys are doing a great job. So, thanks for coming. And I was at, I mentioned to you I was at that inspirational expo on the weekend, and that went well. And I did hand out a couple of the pamphlets promoting this class there, so hopefully, I mean, no one new showed up today, but in the future, hopefully we'll be getting some new faces around here, so you guys can show them how it's done. So, veterans. Awesome. Okay, so we'll get ready to move into our meditation, and we'll end the class on time. Now, just so I can know ahead of time, how many people are interested in sticking around for the open discussion side of the class? Anybody today? Is that something you guys are interested in? I mean, is it something that you might come to another time? Okay, because
I enjoyed it last week. It was good.
There's a testimonial right there. So, but yeah, I know it'll be an open door thing. So the option will always be there, and yeah, everybody's welcome to. I mean, there's a lot of sort of topics that I might bring up in the class here that I'll be able to explain more in detail sitting there. So such as the chakras. That was something that we talked about last week. So you've heard me talk about that. So we can always talk about it more and bring up any ideas that you might want to have, or even just be there just to listen. It's quite simple as that. So the option is always there. So if it happens today, then if not, another time. All right. So let's just all get comfortable for the closing meditation of the class. Now, before we even get really deep, just sort of remember, what was it that you felt at the beginning of class? Sort of think back to that memory. And as you do, you'll take yourself back into that state of mind, that experience. So we'll keep consistent with the practice that we began at the beginning of the class. And I'll ask you once again to place your intention on either the singing bowl or your breath. The choice is yours. So just begin to close your eyes if they're not yet. And once again, just bring our awareness back to our breath. Right away, as we get into our breath, we bring ourselves back to that place we are becoming more and more familiar with. That place of peace, calmness. Continue to allow focus at this point to just be on your breath. Really taking notice of what it feels like. Every single inhale is bringing new life into our experience. Perhaps for the theme of this meditation, we would just like to keep the theme of gratitude in our presence. Gratitude for being here. Gratitude to be here with each other, to experience this together. As I begin to use the singing bowl, once again, you have a choice to either focus on your breath or the singing bowl. Try one or the other. Go back and forth if you want to just test out the waters. And as thoughts come into your mind, just let them pass. You do not need to grab onto them. Again, the goal is to focus. To be able to practice having focus. Continue the next few moments doing so. Take these next few moments in silence. Your awareness back to your breath. Just take in this present moment. This calmness. Just a couple more breaths. Ready, gently begin to move your toes, fingers. Very, very slowly open your eyes. Bring yourself back to the room around. Now the thing with focus is that, like anything, we can challenge ourselves with it. That was no more than 5 minutes. Imagine doing that for 30 minutes, 45, an hour. Could you? It's a test of willpower at that point. But in the same way that we are training our mind to focus here, we can take that focus and apply it to our day-to-day lives, our tasks, or even our awareness of other people. Our relationships with things. So with that said, thank you all again for attending the class, and if any of you would like to stick around, you're more than welcome to. And if anybody would actually like to be notified if I have this online, and then I can share it with you, or maybe if it's easier for you guys, I can burn it onto a DVD, if that works for some of you. So we'll figure that out in the weeks to come. But for this class, we'll just conclude it once again with Namaste. The light within me sees and honors the light within you. So, Namaste.
Ta-da.